And I need you more. Anyway, welcome whoever's in here right now. About to do this wrap up for the week. So we'll give it a look like Jose's in here. We'll let some people get in here, hopefully, and go from there. Turn this TV down. I think Jose's in here. I think. The hell, Johnny? What's Johnny saying? Jimenez, get in this chat. No more playing music. Sorry, they took over my area. All right, Johnny. All right, card shop. I hear you. Hopefully, Lindsay and Sarah and Candy E gets in here because this is mainly their stuff. But y'all, let's give it 5 minutes, see who's going to pop in, see who's not. But anyway, this will be on a replay. Where is Nurse Viv? Nurse Viv is right next door. I'll go get her to say hey, or maybe she'll pop in. Damn, really? This ain't the Nurse Viv show today. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. What? It's already on you. Somebody's asking for you too. All right. Where's my water, man? All right, we'll give it a few more minutes because honestly, I'm doing this for the replay also. So people can just come back and see the replay because it is Friday night and I'm gonna get better with these times I go on. But my sleep is I'm on Nurse Viv's schedule right now, so I know y'all don't want to see this on a Friday, but I said I would get it in. And yeah, I got to go get something to drink and then we'll start because this is mainly for the replay and not for the live. But yeah. All right, I got to get something to drink. All right. Cindy Palacio is in here. Nurse Viv sitting here eating popcorn mix. Hi, Urban AZ sanitizer. What's a sanitizer? I'm so lost with that. Garrett, what's the sanitizer and the chill W cat at the end of your Texas? What is all that stuff? I had this nasty taste in my mouth from your strip. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm supposed to have on headphones with StreamYard, but I don't know why. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you, obviously you can, I guess. Derek, I know you hella old, but maybe you can go to EDC one day. It looks lit. Yeah, I think up and away is out there. Somebody's streaming out there. I think even the website is streaming out there. But that ain't for me, man. I ain't standing out there. Are you crazy? Maybe I can get somebody to stream for us and go out there, but not me. No way, no how. So anyway, give me a sec. I want to get these numbers up. Somebody who is live in Las Vegas. Let me see. The Prince of Vegas, I think. What is it? What's his name? Manny's son. I think he's out there too, streaming. But I'm gonna check it out when I get done with this. But so let me get to Market Watch. Where are you at, Market Watch? Dow Jones weekly performance. All right. I want to get these numbers up before I start. 5 days. StreamYard back. All right, here we go. So last week, if you were here, and hopefully if you wasn't here, you can catch up on you can go back and catch up on the stream. So we started, we have a group on Instagram with the host, everybody who hosts for Urban AZ, there's Candy E, and our mods. So we started them on a Robinhood account. So we've been doing it for a week so far. And what I want to show you guys, each Friday, I'm going to give you a weekly update on how our portfolio is doing. But I want to compare it to the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ and all that other stuff. So I want to pull up, first of all, let me show you which stocks we have in, I'm going to show you which stocks we have in our portfolio. So I'm just learning how to work this StreamYard, so bear with me if something, I cannot hear the sound in the video. You guys can't hear me? You guys, let me know if you can hear me or not. Garrett Young says he can't hear me. I need to know if you guys can hear me. Saying my mic is on. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs down if you can't. Before I start, Ron B says sound good. Candy E says I can hear you. All right. So mostly everybody can hear me except IU Young, whatever that name is. Anyway, all right, where was I at? So we started our portfolio in Robinhood, the group. And what we're doing is we're investing, some of us are investing $80 a month and some of are investing $100 a month. And I'm actually watching these highlights from the game. So which is broken down to weekly. $20 a week, $25 a week. So we're going to take the $25 a week, and let me show you what actual stocks we have in the portfolio. Let me see if this shows up. So hopefully you guys can see this. We have Apple, we have QYLD, which I'll explain at a later date. We have SINS, which is Cincinnati. You guys don't see my mouse on there. We have Costco, QQQ, and we have Target. Now, what you see on the immediate right of Apple is the dollar amount. That's how much it's valued right now. Like I said, we're only doing $20 a week, but we started everybody off with $70. It was 50, and then I added another 20 for everybody. So you have $8.44, the value of Apple right now. We have $20.35 in QYLD. We have $8.70 in SINS, $18.51 in Costco, $8.56 in QQQ, and $19.99 in Target. That's TGT. That's our portfolio: Apple, QYLD, SINS, Costco, QQQ, Target. That is what is in our portfolio. Now, you see Apple's at $8, SINS is at $8, and you see QQQ is at $8. What we did, why those are lower than the other ones, Apple, QQQ, SINS, where's the other one? There's one more. SINS, oh, and Costco. We are actually doing recurring buys with those. So we're buying $1 each day with those. And what we did with Costco, we added an extra, excuse me, shit, get a bird. With Costco, we added an extra $10 on the buy when Costco went down 12%. We added $10 more to that because it was down so much. We felt like we should put more money into that. And then Target was down 25% the other day. So we just took $20 and put in that, but that's not a recurring investment. That's a one-time investment. And hopefully you guys looked at the previous, you guys are not going to understand this unless you looked at the previous stream. So now let's look to the right of the 844. It's going to show you performance so far. So Apple is down 3.59%. QYLD is up 1.75%. SINS is down 0.5%, 0.51%. Costco is down 5.79%. QQQ is down 2.13%. And Target is down 0.07%. This is as of last week. So the whole portfolio is down. If you look over here where it says 104.55, the whole portfolio is down $1.48 out of $104 that's into the portfolio. Now we still have $20 left that's not invested in anything. That's the $20 to the right bottom. You see buying power. So as of 1 week, we are down 1.39%, which is not bad because the actual market, I want to say, is down like 5% last week. But I'm going to get you, I got to see what those exact numbers were. Somebody's in here that can help me out. What's the guy's name? CT is usually in here. CT in here, he usually grabs me my numbers. But so it's not bad considering the Dow Jones, the market, the indices. Let me get out of here real fast. Hold on. I'm learning this app. Brand, how do I hide you? All right. So knowing that, is CT in here? Does anybody know if CT's in here? I'm gonna look at the comments. But anyway, he usually throws my numbers up. But what I'm saying is our portfolio is down, what did I say? 1.3%, not over 2%, while the market overall is down like close to 5%. So we're doing pretty good, even though we're down. But here's the key about being down. And I was hoping the market would still go down a little bit more because we're in the beginning stage. And again, we want to buy low and sell high. So if the market keeps going down while we're in the beginning stage, we're buying all our stocks slash companies, we're buying them at a low price. And we want to compile a bunch of shares before it starts going back up. So if we can get, what was Apple at? Let me go back. Let me go back to this brand, Apple. So for instance, Apple's at $137 right now. So if we can accumulate a bunch of shares, or not even a bunch of shares because we're getting fractional shares, but if we can accumulate, let's say $100 worth or even $200 worth of Apple under $140, this stock was at 180 maybe 3 months ago. So when the market kind of settles down and gets back to where it needs to be, because right now it's in a bear market, we want to accumulate a lot of shares before it starts going back up. So right now we don't mind the market being down. It's buy low, sell high. So we kind of want it to stay down for at least another month personally, with this group. And oh, I'm so hungry because we just started last week. Now, people that started years ago kind of in trouble right now if you held on to those shares, because some people may have bought Apple at $180. Now it's at $137. So the value is down. So they're not actually losing money unless they sell, but their value of their portfolio is down right now. There's a lot of people, like one of my portfolios is down like 20%. Well, this portfolio is only down 1.3%. So it's a good time to get in, and it's a good time to follow. So we're going to go stock by stock. So we're going to go Apple. And if you look on here, we bought Apple. Our average cost is $142.68. If you look, I wish I had a mouse that would point this out. Shushan's going to have to show me how to do that. But anyway, if you look at this chart, if you go down to the bottom middle where you see your average cost, it says $142. That's our average cost. Now, obviously, the stock is at $137. So we're down like $5 on the stock. Now, if you look in the left bottom hand corner where it says total return, we're down just 31 cents on that stock as far as money wise. But overall, it's down 3.59% because we only have $8.44 into it. That's the market value. That's what we have. That's what the value of our portion of Apple is. $8.44, because we're only investing $1 a day, and we started last week. So $8.44. We lost 31 cents in a week, but we don't mind that because we only have $8 in it. Once we get $100 in it and it starts going up, then we'll be sitting pretty. We're kind of in the beginning stage. So that's Apple. Now let's go to QYLD. Don't ask me what this is yet because it's going to be very complicated, but it's an ETF. And I'm not going to tell you what the definition of an ETF is. Hold on. I want to give you the Google definition. Then I'll tell you my definition. Let me go. Definition of ETF. Define ETF. So ETF stands for exchange traded fund. Let me get that off of there. I'm still learning it. ETF stands for exchange traded fund, which is, let me explain this. So if you have, it's like putting a bundle of stocks together all into one fund, but you can buy it as one company. So you can put Apple, Google, Tesla, Costco. You can put all these stocks into one fund and you buy it as one. You don't have to buy all 5 of those stocks. You can just buy one, and it takes the average of the price. So that's pretty much what an ETF is, exchange traded fund. You can trade it on exchange like a stock or a company, but it's a bunch of stocks piled into one fund. So that's what QYLD is. And it also pays a dividend, but I don't want to get into that either. So I'm getting off track, you guys. Sorry about this. I'm really getting off track because I'm learning how to work this StreamYard and show you different stuff. So anyway, let's go to the next stock we own is Sins. If you look in the top, it's $1.10 right now. Our average cost, if you look at the average cost, wish I could put a pointer on this, but I can't, is $1.11. So we're only down 4 cents on Sins, which is good. Let's go to the next, Costco. Our buying average was $4.43. Costco is now $417. We are down $1.14 on Costco, but understand we're still buying at this low price. Even though we bought some at 443, we're still buying at 417. Come Monday, whatever the price is, we'll buy whatever that price is. Tuesday, we'll buy whatever that price is. We put $1 in it every day. QQQ is another fund. It has 100 different companies in it. Our average cost is $2.95. The price of it now is $2.88. So we're down 2.13%. But since we only have $8 in it, we're only down 19 cents. Like I said, we're still building. And then we have Target, which is we bought at $1.55 is our average cost. And I hope you guys are keeping up with me where you see that, where you see in the middle bottom, it says average cost $1.55. The price today is $155.35. So we're actually up 22 cents on Target. And the reason we bought Target, actually, someone in the chat alerted me to Target, said it was down 25%. What's today? I think it was Wednesday. It was down 25% that day. And I'm like, that's an overreaction. We need to get into that because it's low right now. It's just about at its 52-week low. So, and I hope you guys are understanding this, but if you didn't watch the last video, you're not going to understand this. So it was close to its 52-week low. And again, I keep saying you want to buy low and sell high. So that's basically what we did with Target, and Target's a good company. So being down 25% in a day, the last time that happened, I think they said it was like whenever the market crash was, it was like a long time ago. So that rarely happens. So it was definitely a buy because Target is a good company. Yeah, Target sales dropped 25% after making a PR about trying to normalize transgenderism. Go woke, go broke, says Sharkstein. I don't really understand that, but it was down 25%. I don't know if it was down 25% because of what you're saying, but it was down 25% in one day. Their sales wasn't down 25%. The stock was just down 25%. Tribe says, my 401k is down like a mo. Yeah, I wouldn't even look at it right now. You got to understand, everybody's portfolio is down right now. It's going to happen. The stock market's not going to always just keep going up. It just doesn't happen that way. You got to have some downtime. And that's why right now is a good time to buy. You buy low. This market will go back up. Let me get back to where I was at. I keep getting off, but I do want to read some of your guys' comments before I get too far ahead. So Candy E is in here. I don't know if Sarah's in here, but Sarah asked me a question. Just so you guys know, I had sent everybody in our group, I sent them $50 first. Everybody in the group, I sent $50 to start their Robinhood account. Because if you've never invested before, it's going to be hard to get you to invest with your own money, especially if you're on a budget. So I felt like I'd be super chatting people different different streamers. I used to super chat a lot. I said, instead of super chatting them, I'm gonna put this money into my own people that, are helping me out or streaming with me or, part of the crew. So I stopped sending people super chats. I'm not sending super chats to any more streamers. And that money I'm going to use for my own people. So what I did was I sent everybody in the group $50. Then I sent them 20 today. And Sarah asked me, why'd you send me 20? And I'm kind of like, you're on my super chat list, which means instead of me super chatting up and away $50 or whoever $50, I'm gonna use that money and take care of my own people and have them invest it and have them invest with that. So that's why, if Sarah's in here, that's why I sent you 20 today. Plus I wanted you guys to buy QYLD while it was low. And I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, buy this stock out of your own money. I just want you guys to have some faith in me and not have to use your own money right now. Once you start seeing your portfolio make money, you will start adding more of your own money in it because you're going to see the returns. So anyway, that's why I sent you guys $20 today. Normally I super chat on the weekend, and I'm like, I'm not super chatting any more streamers. I'm just going to keep that within Urban AZ's people. And Jose, I got something for you. So just stay tuned this weekend, or you'll see a DM from me or whatever. I got to add you to our group though. I don't think you're added to our host group. But anyway, so that's what happened with that. So as of I'm still learning this still learning this thing. Brand. All right. So here's our portfolio. So as of 1 week, I'm going to go back. As of 1 week, our performance, we're down 1.39%. If you look up at the 104.55, that's how much money all of us should have in our portfolio, around about that much in our portfolio. And we're adding $25 each week. So Monday at $25 will hit. So next week, our portfolio should be around 130 if everything was to stay the same as far as the stock prices. Now they could go up or they could go down, but hopefully next week we'll have a good week in the stock market, and the 104 you will see, hopefully it'll be 130 or above 130 next Friday. I'm going to do this every Friday, hopefully, unless I'm traveling or something, where you guys can see the progress in every step that we're making. You'll see the portfolio and where you guys can jump in, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be $25 a week. It could be $5 a week. All we care about right now is the performance. And the best time to start is now. Everybody says, well, when should I start? Now. The best time to start was last year or the year before, 10 years ago. But if you haven't started, start now. And if you don't understand any of this, you can definitely DM me and I'll walk you through it. Or, DM me. We can get on a IG phone call, I think they have. I can definitely walk you through it. But we're going to do this every week. And anytime, every Friday, we're going to have how this portfolio is performing. And then every Tuesday, I'm going to come in and just explain different things, what I know about the stock market and stocks and this and that. So Fridays will be performance review. Tuesdays or Mondays, I don't know which day I'm going to pick. It'll be a Monday or Tuesday. It's basically going to be teaching you from beginning to what I know as far as just stock market lingo. Just get to know the stock market. And I think you have to, if you don't learn about it yourself, you're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? If you're just taking my word for it, you're not going to put your money into it. But once you understand how the stock market works, then you'll start putting your own money into it. And like with my group, I'm just trying to show them with my own money that you can make money off money. It's a matter of me showing them like, hey, I'm gonna use my money first. Don't believe me right out the back. I believe in this so much. Here you go. Use my money. And then when you see, oh, I wish I would have put more of my money in. You know what I mean? Candy E says, I believe it. Jose says, hit that like, blah, blah, blah. Warriors were looking great tonight. Yep, Sacktown Bar. So, man, I hate that I don't know how to work this StreamYard 100% yet. But let me, I want to show you guys one more thing. So, we were talking about ETFs, funds. QQQ is one of them we bought. So that's Invesco QQQ. It is $288 right now. But it's 100. I got to get this off there. There's 100 companies in this fund, and it's safe because it's 100 companies. So in order for this to tank, all 100 companies would have to tank. But it's all technology companies, and I'm going to show you some of them. I'm going to show you their top 10 holdings. And it has 100, but I'm just going to show you the top 10. So it has Apple. Wish I could move this over to the left. I don't know how to move this. Exit. Nope, don't know how to move this, you guys. But anyway, so it has Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet, which is Google, Class C, Class A, Google again. I have to explain what Class C and Class A at a later date. You got Meta Platforms, which is Facebook. You got NVIDIA, Broadcom, and PepsiCo. Now, it's not all tech stocks, but it's mainly tech stocks. And this is just the top 10 holdings, just the top 10. It has 100. It has 100 companies within this. Now, out of those top 10 holdings, those top 10 pretty much are 50% of the pie, of the whole pie. So what I mean is out of the rest of the 90 is the other 50%. So it's only like 2% of every other company. Some of them are 1%. So they don't really make that much of a difference in the price of this stock. Mainly the top 10, which I'm going to show again. Like if you look up percentage of assets, Apple has 12.61% of QQQ. That means, out of that 100%, 12% of it is Apple, 10% is Microsoft, 8% of it is Amazon, 4% is Tesla. So basically, Apple can really move this whole fund if Apple has a great day. And there's a reason why, hold on, let me get that out of there. Hot. There's a reason why Apple is 12%, because Apple's a hell of a company. And if you think about it, since the inception, of the stock market, not the stock market, but of Apple trading on the stock market, Apple's been killing it. So it's smart to have 12% of Apple in your fund. I think everybody who has a fund has Apple in their fund. Apple's a hell of a stock to own. Still is, though. It's still a good stock to own because Apple's very innovative. They're always coming up with something. Like we thought the iWatch was kind of crazy. AirPods and all that. So they're always coming out with something. So Apple's a good stock to own. But Apple is inside QQQ, which is a fund that owns 100 companies. Hopefully you guys understand that. If you understand that, give me a thumbs up, because sometimes I think I got to explain this like I'm talking to 6-year-olds, because that's how I want to explain to me. So, if you guys are understanding this, give me a thumbs up. And I will get better at this as I learn the StreamYard, where I can figure out how to use a pointer and stuff like that and point it on the whatever numbers I'm talking about. And that type of stuff. Where's Nurse Viv at? Nurse Viv, come in here for a minute if you can, if you hear me. I see you're in here. Can you come in this room for a minute? Nurse Viv, please come in here. So anyway, Sharks thing, what are you talking about? Laura R, thumbs up. All right, glad you guys understand this because I'm gonna go real slow. Ken E says, so buy ETFs, do recurring buys. Yes, we have QQQ, Candy. Right now, I mean, if you really, really want to play it safe, I would say buy ETFs. But right now, we're already in one ETF, Candy, and we're not putting a whole lot of money into things yet. Like if we were, let's say, 10 grand and above or whatever, right now, I would say let's put most of that in the ETF right now. But since we're not there yet, we're going to get a little risky just buying individual stocks, especially right now while all the stocks are down right now from their yearly highs. I don't think there's one stock that's up from what their yearly high was. Like Apple was at 180, now it's at 137. So now is a good time to buy stocks because they're very cheap right now. It's like getting stocks a bargain. You know what I mean? You're getting them on sale. Apple's on sale right now. That's how I look at it. Everything we bought is on sale right now because they're damn near 20 to 30% off their highs. So let me look at some of these new comments. Thanks for the thumbs up, Laura. Marnie Blondie doing well. Where is Lindsay and Sarah? They need to be seeing this. But Candy's in here, which is good. So Candy, do you understand this? Because Candy has the exact same portfolio that I was showing you guys. So Candy, are you understanding this? Let me go back to that portfolio real fast. This is our portfolio that Candy E should have exactly what I have here. And she's in the group. Apple, QYLD, Sins, Costco, QQQ, and Target. TGT is Target. She should have pretty much damn near exact as I have. And we're going to build on this each week. Let me hide that. Candy, where are you at? Let me get to the comments. Yep, Candy says she has exactly, and she's getting it. That's good. So Candy will probably be able to help someone get started. So we're going to do this weekly. If anyone wants to get started and you're not sure, you can DM me, Nurse Viv, Candy E, and we can walk you through it. But we're come Tuesday, if you watch Tuesday or go back and watch the other video, it will pretty much give you some of the beginning stuff that we were talking about, and hopefully it'll help you with the introduction of this. But come Tuesday, I'll kind of start over again. Just hopefully I'll have a video that'll show you step by step how to do this via Robinhood. And the reason why we use Robinhood is because they let you do a recurring investment into the company. Once you do it once, you don't have to touch it anymore. I don't think any other brokerages allow you to do that. But let me read some of the comments, Shark Stain. I hope you're saying something serious, Shark. They are about to introduce an extreme anti-gun bill, so I would put money in Smith & Wesson, Rucker. Yeah, that makes sense. Anytime. Here's what happens with gun stocks, just so you guys know. Anytime there's a president that becomes president that are against guns, guess what happens to gun stocks? The price goes up. You want to know why? Because what they're saying is we're going to put these rules on guns. So everybody's in there buying guns before these rules actually happen. And that's what makes the gun stocks go up. President Trump, he made the gun stocks go down because he's basically saying, hey, we want guns. There's not going to be any restrictions. So there's no reason to go out and buy a gun real fast because there's not going to be any restrictions on that. So if you guys understand that, and that's what Shark Stain is basically saying. But the problem with that, Shark, only one problem with that. Everybody buys on the news. So when there's news saying this bill is about to come out, so let's say the news came out yesterday, right? But the bill's not happening yet. But the news comes out. This is what's going to happen. That stock shoots up right then and there. It's like what do they say? Buy the news, sell something. It's something. I got to get that quote. But once the news comes out, everybody starts buying. They don't wait till it actually happens. That's what happens in the stock market. They buy based on the news, not based on when it actually happens. So if Apple said they're coming out with the new iPhone 15 or whatever number they're on, 14, let's say they announce this new iPhone that's just going to do some crazy shit. iPhone 14, right? Comes out in September, but they announced it today. Stock price is going up today. It's not waiting till September. Everybody's jumping on it ahead of time. And that's why these stocks get ahead of themselves. And a lot of times they'll get way ahead of themselves. And let's just say that news was more fluff than what actually happened. Now, when the phone actually comes out and it's not all that, that stock price may go back down. But like short, if you're long term, you're fine. You should be fine. If you're short term, you got to buy on the news. What's short saying? DA not charging criminals equals tons of new gun owners. Yep. There it is. Sell the rumor, buy the news. Yep, that's it. AK Will. I knew there was a saying like that. What else? Am I forgetting to go over something? So just so you know, every Friday we'll do an update on the portfolio. Hopefully you guys jump in. I'll post a portfolio in the community section of the YouTube page. So you can see what stocks we have and the performance after a week. I think the only stock that was up was QYLD is up 1.75%. QYLD was a winner this week, which is crazy because everything was pretty much down this week. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Pretty much. So hopefully we'll get other people to join in. And even like I said, if it's, anybody can do $5 a week. And that's owning one stock, investing $1 a day each market day. That's $20 a month. If you can't do that, then maybe you're living somewhere in the forest, but you wouldn't even be seeing this. You wouldn't have internet if you can't. You wouldn't have a phone, internet, or nothing that if you can't do $5 a week. So hopefully everybody will join in, start investing. I call it save vesting because you're saving and then you're investing at the same time. And in the beginning, saving is the important part because in the beginning, if you're doing $5 a week or $20 a week, it's not really gonna make a dent in the beginning. But a year from now, that $20 a week or $5 a week, it adds up. And once you get, now you got $1,000, that compound interest off $1,000 is way more than off $10. 10% of $1,000 is $100. 10% of $10 is $1. So you understand what I'm getting? So then you start making $100. Then your $1,000 is $1,100. Then you make more of that next year, then more the next year, and it just keeps compounding. And hopefully all you guys got that compound calculator. It's in the community section of the YouTube page. That definitely helps out a lot. I always like looking at numbers. Like I say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So that compound interest calculator will show you if I invest this much weekly, and the interest I make, performance rate is like 15%, 10 to 15%. It shows you exactly what your money will be in 5 years, 10 years, 7 years, whatever. Let me see if I have that. Give me a sec. I want to see if I have that in here where I can show you guys. Countdown. Let me show you guys one. I think I have to upload it. Hold tight for a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a sec, please. I sent a screenshot. I got to find the right screenshot. All right, I think I have it. I'm gonna show you guys this for the people that weren't here. What day was that? I was on last time Wednesday. For everybody that wasn't here Wednesday, I'm gonna show you this compound calculator. So this is based on what is this based on? If you look at year one, no. Can't see. This is based on 15% annual return. And I want to say it's based on doing $50 a month. But you can look at that as you go down further. If you invest, that's not $50 a month. I don't know exactly what that number is, but if you guys look at this chart and you go down to year 25, you have $256,000, right? But look how much your contribution was. It was only $30,000 out of 25 years. So it looks like you're investing $1,000, maybe $1,200 each year, which breaks down to what, $100 a month. So you're investing $100 a month, and after 25 years, you're at $256,000, and that's at 15%, and that's doable. That's real doable. So let me hide this. So hopefully you guys understand the importance of compound interest. Time is money. The longer you let it ride, the more you end up making in the end. So you could imagine these rich people that give their grandkids or whatever $1 million, and they just put it into stocks and just let it ride. They could easily, off the $1 million, they could easily make $150,000 a month, not a month, a year. I mean, $150,000 a year off that meal they were given. And they're set. So, that's how I don't understand how some of these millionaires, these athletes, I just don't get it. Like, how do you go broke? Like, you could easily put up, if you've made over 5 million within 5 years of playing football or whatever, basketball obviously makes more. And you say, I'm going to put up $1 million. Now, obviously tax, they're taking half, but still, you still got 2.5 million. I'm going to put up $1 million and live off that. I'm going to live off the interest. If you can't live off 150,000 a year, then you're doing something wrong. And that's just interest. So you may have money coming in from a business you own or you're working or whatnot. This is just kind of like extra income, really. Or you just reinvest it back in. But they're just not taught this stuff at all. And, they really don't want you to know it, to be honest. But they want you to give somebody else your money to invest. They don't want you to know it yourself. And no one's going to take care of your money better than yourself. I don't care. Somebody else handling your money, it's not going to work. I used to let the NFL handle my money, and if they're handling 10,000 other players' money, present and past, are they really going to individually take care of your money. It's all just going to be bundled up. They're going to do the same thing they're doing for everybody else. They're not going to put their personal touch on it. And they get like 3% off the shit or something crazy. So it's like, I got to handle my own money. If I'm going to lose money, it's going to be because of me. And it ain't going to be because you guys are just sitting around not making moves, especially in 2008 when the housing market crashed. These experts got to know once the housing market started to crash, it was going to affect the stock market. They have to know, hey, let me get you out of these stocks right now and just sit you in the cash. But they didn't. They just let it go through. So now $100,000 portfolio is now damn near 40,000 because they didn't make any moves. And we're expecting them to manage our money, so make a move. So what happens is, let's say I have $100,000, right? I'm up here. Now the housing market crashes. So let's say they're not going to get it right on. They're not going to get it right on when it happens. So let's say you go down to 80. Once you hit 80, you would think they would make some moves. Hey, let's put all his money in the cash so he stays at 80 until this bear market or this down market is over with. Let's just put it all in cash. Okay. So instead of me sitting at 80 and then coming back in at 80 when the market starts going back up, I'm down to 40. So now I got to make up this 40 and then get another 20 before I'm back to break even. So my philosophy would have been, okay, I'm going to get out at 80 because I already know what's going on. And now when I start back up, I'm starting back up with twice as much as I had. Now, 10 years later, instead of me having 300 grand, I got 600 grand because I started out with 80 instead of 40 when the market started coming back up. And that's what kind of pisses me off with letting the NFL manage my 401k. They didn't make any moves. So like now, I made some moves when COVID hit. I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. My portfolio shot in half, but it was a learning lesson. But I started buying more stocks at a lower price. So when it went back up, so let's just say this, let me give you numbers. I'm at 600 grand. COVID hit, it goes, I think it went down to like 340, 350. I kind of tripping, like when you see your portfolio damn near get cut in half, you kind of panic. You kind of like, damn, what the fuck? You just get depressed for a minute, to be honest. But you got to remember, it's not really a loss. The value's down, but you didn't lose that money unless I would have sold. But anyway, so I start buying more at that low price. I'm like, man, let me stop tripping and let me get real active. I start buying a bunch of stocks. What I did was I sold everything and just started over and just started buying stocks at those low prices because when COVID hit, they went really low. So now I took that 300 back because once COVID hit the bottom, everybody started coming in and buying stocks, especially with the stimulus checks they were handing out. I mean, the kids start getting into stocks. So now when people are buying, the stocks go up. So I take that 340. By the end of this year, like last year, the end of 2021, that 340's at 850, I want to say. So once it hit a certain point, I took all my profit out because I knew this market, it can't keep going up. It's going to have a dip and you can't time the market. But what I did, I just took out all my profit. I didn't take out the initial investment. I just took out all my profit and put it to the side because I'm like, this market's going to go down. It's going too high, too fast. And I wouldn't say I timed it right, but I did a pretty good job of getting out at the right time. And now now that the market's down, COVID levels damn near again. If you look at some of these stock prices, damn near down back to COVID levels. Now I've got money to buy again, if that makes sense, at a lower price. And hopefully we're at the bottom right now because I'm buying heavily right now. I'm thinking we're at a bottom because we're damn near at COVID level. So if you look at the price of Uber, let me pull it up. Uber, because this is one I remember I actually owned for a minute. So Uber is at $23 right now. Back, what was that? COVID was, let me go through. COVID was March 2020, right? That's when it really hit. I want to say, oh, here it is. So March 16th, Uber was at $21.33. Do you hear me? Uber was at $21.33 March 16th through 2020. It is at $23 right now. And it went down to 21. So it's at COVID levels right now. It went up to $60.35 March 8th, 2021. So a year later from COVID, it went up to $60. Now it's back down to 23. So what I'm saying, it's back down to COVID levels. So it's kind of like time to buy right now, because after COVID, it went up to 68 or 65 or whatever, from 21 to 65. Now it's back down to 23. Wouldn't you think it's time to buy? So anyway, that's why whoever's getting into the stock market right now is kind of getting in at a very, very good time, because with the market going down, down, down since the beginning of the year, it's almost back to COVID levels. Here's one more point I'm gonna make about ETFs or index funds. So hopefully you guys can understand this. I'm gonna turn this TV down so I can really get in this. Here's why ETFs and index funds are safer. For instance, I just said Uber was back down to COVID levels. That's an individual company, individual stock. Uber is down to $23. It was at 21 during the height of COVID. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial, let me get my phone out and get these numbers right. The Dow Jones Industrial, their average right now is at $31,000. Understand what I'm saying? It's at $31,000. You can buy the Dow Jones Industrial. It has 30 stocks in it. You can buy that ETF. It's at $31,000. During COVID, during the height of COVID, it went down to $18,000. You understand what I'm saying? COVID levels, the height of COVID, the Dow went down to like $18,000. So understand what I'm saying. But it's at 31 right now, which tells me ETFs are safer. Stocks are going down to COVID levels, but ETFs aren't. You see what I'm saying? The index funds aren't. They're down like maybe 10%. But stocks are down like 30 and 40 and 50%. That's why I'm saying index funds are a whole lot safer when you're at this point. When you're already up here, it's like those are the ones to be in if you want to stay safe, because they're not going to drop crazy like that, because it's 30 stocks in one or 100 stocks in one. But one company, Uber, proves the point. Whoa. But when they're low, now is the time to buy Uber instead of an ETF, because that has more potential to gain. So if Uber goes back up to $60 within a year, you just gained over 100% on that stock. If the ETF goes back up, the Dow, which was a high of 36,000, but now it's at 31, you may have gained 10%. Hopefully you guys understand that. Like I always, when the market is low, stocks are low, I buy stocks. When you want to play it safe and you're kind of already in the money and you want to play it safe now, then you go into the ETFs, the index funds, because now if the market does drop, you're not going to drop as much as a stock would drop. So anyway, Uber strong buy, $50 price target. It's a strong buy now, right, Victor? Because it's at $23. So of course it's a strong buy. But it wouldn't be a strong buy when it was at $60. You see what I'm saying? So definitely you're right with that. I mean, I'm not going to say who's right or wrong because I'm just learning this shit myself. But I believe what you're saying, Victor G, that makes sense because it's at $23 right now. And there's a lot of stocks that are like that right now, and they're oversold. And that's why I had them jump into this QYLD, which I'll explain what that is. It's really low at a low price, and it pays a 12% dividend, which is, I think I explained what dividends were, right? I think I did the other day, but I'm going to put all that stuff up. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. But let me get to some of you. I'm going to get to some of your guys. What am I doing? I'm going to get to some of your guys' comments. Read some of your comments because I've been talking a lot. But you guys aren't really saying anything. Money printer goes, blah, blah, blah. You did better than a broker or NFL would have done for you in stock, says Candy E. Yeah, they're not going to. They work in bulk, you know what I mean? So can't get any personal touch. Which executive order, XXX? He says, how will the executive order June 3rd affect the stock market? You got to tell me what executive order you're talking about, because I don't really watch the news all that much. I just let my, I'm not a day trader or even a weekly trader anymore. I'm long-term. So the stuff I'm in, I just let it ride. No, Candy, because Candy says, should we buy Uber on Monday, Derek? The only reason I'm saying no is because we're into other stocks that are low right now. You know, we have every stock we're into right now is low. We could find 100 more stocks like Uber right now because the market is just bad. But we don't want to, we don't want to start owning a bunch of stocks right now. And with QQQ shit, I don't know, Uber might be inside of QQQ. Who knows? I have to look at all 100 of the companies that inside QQQ. But honestly, if Uber was to go under $20 for whatever reason, then I would switch out maybe Costco and put it in Uber or something like that. But the thing with Uber is they just don't make any money right now. They're not a profitable company right now, but it is a good company. But what can I say? They pass the eye test, but they don't pass the numbers test. Like you'll look at Uber and you'll be like, damn, everybody catches Uber or Lyft. They should be making this. They should be making that. Everybody uses Uber. But you have to look at the numbers. They have so much expenses going out. They're not even close to profitable. I think they predicted maybe another 4 or 5 years they might be profitable. I'm not sure on those numbers. I'm just saying what I think. So, but somebody would probably know. You can look up those numbers and see if they're even profitable yet. I know as of before COVID hit, they were not profitable. So I don't see how they could be profitable now. But you see what I'm saying, Candy? I would rather buy an established company that has been profitable, that has a cheap price right now, than a company like Uber, who still growing, still in their beginning stage, and you just don't know where they're going to go. Now, if Lyft never came out, Uber would be fucking running shit. But you never know if another ride sharing company is going to come out. You know what I mean? It's just competition kills profit. So that's pretty much it on that. But hopefully you guys kind of got something out of this. I got to learn how to work this app better. Then I can show you guys more stuff. I want to show you this video, but I'm afraid I might cut this stream off. So there's any questions, anyone? Roth says, why did you stop day trading? I believe day trading is based on how the market's doing. So if you remember when COVID was pretty much at its peak and we were coming out of COVID, and not coming out, but the government was giving stimulus checks to everybody and all that. That was like the perfect time to day trade, because my son started trading, his friends started trading. There was a lot of money coming into the stock market because they had all this extra money, and all these kids was thinking, this is the way I can triple. I can take this $1,200, and they're seeing shit on Twitter where they can turn $1,200 into $100,000. They're seeing this shit and they're believing it. So they're dumping all this money into the stock market now, which makes stocks go up. So I day traded during that period when stimulus checks was coming out, Robinhood was popping, and all these kids were getting on there because they were driving the stocks up. And that's when I day traded. But what happens is, and I say day traded because they would get in the stock and get out real fast. So day traded. The stock is at $2. They rolled it up to $4. I bought it at 2, rolled it up to 4 with them, sold same day, got out, because now that shit's back down to $1 or whatever, because it wasn't a real value. It was just kids and people coming in buying shit, pumping up the stock basically. So you knew that price wasn't going to last long. It's like you guys remember AMC and GameStop. The Reddit crew drove AMC up to GameStop and AMC up to some crazy numbers. Those companies weren't like AMC, for instance, because I bought AMC and I day traded and I option traded, and I made some good money off AMC. I think I bought it at $3, which that's probably pretty much what it was worth. I think the shit went up to $30. No way AMC was worth $30. Movie theaters were shut down. Movies were being put out on streaming. No way that stock should have went to $30. But because the internet and the Reddit crew and everybody jumped on it, it went up. Not based on any numbers they did or any great movie coming out, just based on some internet shit. And that was a perfect time to day trade, because you know it wasn't going to hold that price. You know what I mean? And it held for a little while because of the Reddit crew, the internet crew or whatever. But it's like get in and get out. What is AMC at right now? Let me just see. Because I don't even look at that stock anymore, because it was inflated, overinflated by the internet. And those aren't going to last, you know. AMC's at $12 right now, which it shouldn't even be that. It honestly should be around $4. But if you look at this chart, it's crazy. You look at the year-to-date chart. Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, look at that graph. Which is a lot of stocks though. Jesus, 1 year, 2 year. So if you look at the 2 year on AMC, but you see how it went up and then it went back down? That tells me it just got driven up. It got pumped up, which it shouldn't have been. And then it just have a hard fall because it never should have been that high anyway. And that's why I day traded it. So yeah. But I think you have to, the market dictates when you can day trade. Now, I'm not a day trader, but at that point, I got into day trading because it just made sense, because all these kids were in there pumping up stocks, and the value wasn't going to hold. So it's like, you got to get in and get out. Yeah, I used to buy and sell options, and I was doing that during that whole COVID stuff too. Because again, they were pumping up the price. I bought an option on AMC that time. I think we put 2,500 in it. I think we ended up making 30 grand off of it because the market was just doing crazy shit at that time. It was just overinflated. So yes, I definitely don't want to start talking options with anyone in here right now because you really could lose a lot of money. Um, and we're just beginning. Let me see. Laura R says, Derek, if you are going for long term, how do you stop from selling when a stock starts to go up and over what you paid for them? So here's what I do, Laura, and what I've learned to do. I've learned not to get greedy, Laura. So let's just say I'm gonna just take my whole portfolio because it's all about the portfolio. It's not about one individual stock. So let's say my portfolio was 100 grand. Let's say at the beginning of 2021, it's 100 grand. Let's say at the end of the year, it's at 150 grand. That's a 50% performance. That's 50% performance for that year. And that's a good year. I think one year I had like 47%. So what happens is we get greedy and we say, oh, it'll keep going up. So I'm going to not sell anything. I'm going to keep letting it go. And I did that the first year. And I ended up, so let's say 100 grand, went to 200 grand. I didn't sell and it went back down to 100 grand because I got greedy. So the second time around, what I start doing is once I get to a certain percentage or a stock gets to a certain percentage of gains, once I get to like 50% gains on a stock, I'll take out all the profit and I'll start from scratch. So right now, obviously the market's down. So I'm not up 50% on anything for this year. But what I do is once I get, and it don't have to be 50%. You could be like, once I get up 20%, I'm taking out my profit and I'm setting it to the side. So it doesn't have to be 50%. It's just be whatever you're comfortable with. If you're happy with 30% gain, then you take out your 30%, set it to the side in case of a market dip or whatever. You have 30% of capital to buy stocks on a dip. So Laura, that's how I do it now. I don't ever get greedy anymore because greed to kill you in the stock market. Because if you're up on a stock, if you doubled up on a stock 100%, which I think at Tesla at one point I was up like 800%. The average per year is 10%. Why wouldn't you take that 800% gain and keep it moving? Why are you like saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna get 2,000%"? Nah, take what you're happy with and get it off the table. Now, when I say long term, you still have your original investment in that stock. I'm just saying take out. What I do is take out the profit. And I still have the original investment just in case it does keep going up, which over time they do. But I take some off the table because they're always going to have a dip. And when they dip, that dip won't hurt you as much if you took 30% or 40% off the table, if that makes sense. Now, if you got everything still in there and it dips back down, then you're like, shit, I'm back to break even. I'm back to where I started. You don't ever want to go back to where you started if you can help it. That's why I take with the group. Once our group gets up to 20%, the portfolio is up 20 or 25%, sell all that, put it over to the side. We're going to put it in a Roth account and just start over. And they don't really have to start over because the recurring investment is already going. So all they got to do is take half of whatever the portfolio is off the table, put it into a Roth account, and I'll tell them what to put it in, and then just let it keep riding. AK Wiz, taking the profit is always good, but you have to remember the tax implication. Yeah, that's why I have a Roth account. That's why I do most of it in my IRA and Roth. So in what we're going to do with Robinhood, AK Willie, I mean, you're never going to avoid taxes, but we're going to take our profit and put it into a Roth account. Now, you're still going to pay your taxes on your capital gains, but once you pay your taxes once and you put in a Roth, you're done paying taxes on that money. So that's why I'm gonna have, once we get to a certain point, maybe over $1,000, 2 grand, then I'll have everybody open up a Roth account and we're gonna move that money over there. So yeah, I mean, you're not gonna avoid taxes, but you're gonna be able to save on taxes if you make the right moves. And a Roth account, if anybody knows anything about a Roth, you pay your taxes prior. That way you don't pay your taxes like 20 years later when you take the money out. It's tax-free because you already paid taxes on that money, which is, I'll explain the difference between a Roth and a regular IRA down the line. We just want to take baby steps right now. But the way I'm doing it, it totally makes sense to me. So the money that you hear me saying I'm taking the profit, that's in my IRA. That's in my Roth IRA. So I'm not getting taxed. You see what I'm saying? But either way, at some point, you're going to get taxed somewhere on your money. I like to be taxed ahead of time. While my account is at 100,000, I want to be taxed then rather than being taxed when I take it out at 1,000,000 or whatever. If that makes sense. So let me get to, they should definitely teach this in the high schools and college. Lavera, you are absolutely right. I had one of my ex NFL players, he was trying to get a group together and try to petition for that. It definitely needs to be taught. But why do you guys think they don't teach it in high school? You guys tell me in the comments, why do you think they do not teach it in high school? Because money, I mean, is damn near, it's got to be in the top 5 necessities. You know what I mean? You got to breathe air. Your health is important. Family is important. God's important. Money's in the top 5. So why aren't we teaching kids about money? Somebody tell me that. Jose says they want workers. Yep, that's one of them. Kind of just waiting on some comments. Come on, it's like 35 people in here. I know I can get other comments from other people. Come on, AK Willie. Why aren't they teaching this in high school? Why do you guys think? I mean, I don't know the answer. I just know what I think. They want worker bees. Cyber chaos. Good evening, Derek. I know you are talking stocks, albeit take 1,000 of that million and purchase XRP and hold. You will be loaded. Man, I take 5% of my portfolio and I put it in crypto, and only 5% because I feel like I can lose 5% because I don't know crypto. I don't know I don't know none of that stuff. And until I actually feel comfortable, I won't invest in it. It's just like people won't invest in the stock market until they learn it and feel comfortable with it. You know what I mean? So I feel you, but I don't feel you because I don't know it. Jay Mars says, need to teach this stuff in elementary school. Jose says they want to stay rich, the elite, and us poor. Yep. I like that answer, Jose, because understand, if everyone was rich, there would be no rich. The rich would feel like they're poor because everyone's on their level. So you have to keep, they want to keep damn near what, 99% of the country poor? Because if they wasn't, the 1% wouldn't mean anything. They wouldn't have any pull or any juice or anything. Everybody would be on the same level. So got to keep us down. Got to keep us broke. Like I used to always tell my wife, I got to keep you broke or you're going to leave me. You ain't going to need me if you have money of your own. I got to keep her broke. You know what I mean? Kind of a joke, but you know what I'm saying. Better keep them broke. They ain't going to need you. Same philosophy. Keep them broke. Keep us broke so we need them. Laura R says they don't teach us time management either. They don't teach us what we should be taught. Put it that way. But that's why we have to teach our kids. Definitely. Is that the KL? What KL is that? I don't want to say your name. Is that my KL in here? I doubt it, but I don't know too many KLs. Right, she will throw hands with you. Yeah, she tries to. She definitely tries. I'll tell you that. Nurse Viv definitely tries to throw hands. I guess that's why I married her. Shit, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, man, chill, damn. And then always have to be a fight. But I met her based on damn near a fight. Us cussing each other out. So I should be used to the shit. But as you get older, you don't want the headaches and the arguments and shit. You just want to chill. It's like the Hunger Games, real talk there. Yeah, yeah, Jose. That's a good one. The Hunger Games. That's a good one. So, as you guys know, I could talk about this stuff all night. It is a Friday night. I'm sure you guys probably want to be watching some live stream in Vegas or something like that. I get it. I'm gonna try to pick better times to come on. I'm just on a different schedule, man. I'm on my wife's schedule, and y'all know her schedule. So I'll be up till like 6 in the morning, go to bed at 8 a.m. My shit's just way off. But I'm gonna try to get back on a normal schedule where I can do this like Tuesdays, like at 3 or 4 p.m. Or you guys give me a good time. Maybe people are at work and they want to do it at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. You guys tell me what's a good time to do the stock talk and all that. Um, on Tuesdays, and then do our portfolio recap on Fridays. Every Friday, I'm definitely gonna do the portfolio recap. Even if it's not live, I'm definitely gonna put the portfolio up in the community section, and maybe we just start a group on Facebook or something. I don't know, something where I can get you guys more information, where it's clear, and I can do more on the page. I'll figure that out. AK with stock market is a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. Warren Buffett. Yep. But you know one thing, AK Willie, a lot of people like I look at Warren Buffett and you know, I look at a lot of stuff he does, and he's a long-term guy. But you can't really follow him. That dude's a billionaire. So it was kind of like, if you remember when COVID hit, everything went down. And he was pretty much saying how he was long term. He's not selling anything. He's sticking to the Apples and the Walmarts, and I think he bought something. He bought Bank of America, which I was like, what the fuck? You can't really follow that dude, because at the time he was buying Bank of America, I was buying Tesla and other stuff, and he wouldn't even mention Tesla. Tesla went from $200 or $400 at that time. It went to $2,500, and then it split and went back up to $2,000 or something. It went up like damn near 2,000%, while he was buying Bank of America that may have went up 5%. He has so much money, it don't matter. His 5% gain is $1 billion. So, which it could have been, if he put it in Tesla, it could have been $20 billion. But because he has so many billions, it doesn't matter. 1 billion, 5 billion, he could care less. So that's why I don't really follow guys that have that much money, because their investment is going to be way different than what we're thinking. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like the stuff he says and what he stands for, but dude, you're on a whole nother level. You can hold forever. You got billions. We got to get to our first $1,000. You know what I mean? So we're going to take a little bit more of a risk and more into growth stocks instead of Pepsi and Walmart and these safer companies. Like, I couldn't believe he didn't invest in Tesla. Um, like everybody's made so much money off Tesla. It's crazy. Like, I don't know, but that's my take on Warren Buffett. When you got that much money, you just, whatever you invest in, it don't matter. You're gonna win regardless. Shit. And you're not gonna trip if the market goes down because you got $50 billion. Oh, the market went down. Now I have $30 billion. Still giving half of that away anyway. Shit. Buy Nancy Pelosi's stock with her insider bill passing knowledge, says Cyber Chaos. I did like the stairs and elevator comparison you did the other day, Derek. Y'all know what that is, y'all? The stairs and elevator comparison. I always say the majority of my stocks are going to take the stairs because I'm older. The older you get, the safer your investment should be. And I always have one or two stocks that I think that's going to take the elevator. Now that could be the elevator going up and the elevator going down. But I always try to get one stock that's going to take the elevator that, that's going to shoot up. It's a real growth stock. And as long as you're not too heavily invested in it, like I wouldn't put half of my portfolio in it, put like 10, maybe 20%. And that the one stock that I have is SENS, SENS, or we have. That's the one I think that's going to take the elevator. That's the elevator stock. So, yeah, Candy E, their numbers aren't our numbers. So, hold on 1 second, y'all, before I get off of here. Oh, man, my legs hurt. Are you doing anything? Oh, they're being mad at me. No, you're not. You're not doing anything. I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about later. Or are you gonna have attitude forever? Yeah, let me show you in a minute. I'll set it off. You need to understand. What? Well, get in there and talk. No, in there. No, I'm in your room. Don't make it look sloppy. Sacktown Bar 44 says, I'm taking notes. He needed a bank for money laundering. Who are you guys talking about? Who needed a bank for money laundering? Their numbers aren't our numbers, says Candy E. Sacktown Bar. They all do it. Cyber Chaos. I'm kind of lost. Cyber Chaos, agree. Who all does what? Who all does what? Sacktown Bar. Derek, write down the XRP. Remember I told you. No, I know about XRP, Cyber Chaos. Mo boy, Big Five Mo, your first artist. That ain't Big Five. Mo, what you doing in here, man? I can't believe that's Mo. But only you would know Big Five, though. So shit. Damn, Mo, welcome, man. Surprised you in here, though. I got you. I got you, Mo. I told you to hit me up on my my IG page, Mo, in the Urban AZ thing. I got you, Big Mo. When I get off of here, I'm gonna look for you on IG. Damn, Big Mo in here, y'all. Going way back. Got to tell you some stories about Mo Boyd. For real. For real, for real. Derek, are all your stock choices NASDAQ? No, but most of them are right now because that's where I find most of the growth are in the tech stocks. And just because the market's down so much, you're going to find a lot of stocks that are low, that are tech, that are good buys right now. They're cheap. Even Tesla's down. Shopify is down. I mean, you name it, these stocks are down 20, 30, 40% from their highs. So once everything starts leveling out again, the interest rates and all this, they start leveling out. Inflation dies down. These stocks are gonna really take a ride back up. It's just right now, it's just bad. Gas prices are high. Everything's just bad right now. But yeah, right now, Laura, the majority are NASDAQ. But I have money in all the indexes. I have money in the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500, and even the Russell 2000. I have money a lot in those index funds, and that's in my Roth accounts. Majority are in those index, and then I got different portfolios where I'll show you guys. I got it split up. I got index funds portfolio. I have a growth portfolio. I have a dividends portfolio. I'll show you guys later on down the line. I'll be transparent with that stuff. I just got to get through some IRS stuff before I can show you guys all this stuff. Don't need them seeing this, even though they can't touch it because it's retirement stuff. But I don't know. I just feel funny about it. That's feel like the IRS can do whatever the hell they want, to be honest. All right, Derek, do you think the baby powder food shortage will be a new company that will take over and profit off the chaos? The baby powder food shortage? I didn't know there was a baby powder food shortage, to be honest. I'm like starting to catch up on stuff, Jose. So I can't really comment on that because I didn't even know there was a baby powder food shortage. I'm just now, with the market being in a bear market, I'm just now jumping back in heavy because now it's time to buy. So I wasn't really paying attention to anything. Not baby powder. What are you talking about? Baby formula, Sacktown Bar said. I don't know. Maybe somebody else could chime in on that. I didn't know there was a baby formula shortage. So, but now that there is, why is there a shortage? That's the question. Why is there a baby formula shortage? I think the casinos were good buys like a year ago. I just think, I'm not saying they're not good buys. I'm just saying there's other stuff out there that I choose to pick that I think are better buys to put my money in instead of casinos. That's all with that. You just got to do your research on that stuff. Let me see what the price of, because I own MGM for a minute, but that's when it was like under $20. Let me see what it is now. MGM is $34 right now. 52-week high. It's just with casinos, I guess it depends on what type of investor you are. I just don't see a lot of room for a lot of growth in the casinos. That's all. I just see there's other companies out there that I would pick over the casinos. That's just me. All right, let's go. There was a problem with contamination at the major plant that makes the formula, says Sacktown. Abbott Labs had an outbreak of something causing them to shut down baby formula plant. So, Jose, your question was with what? So it was Abbott Labs. So I guess your question was, will another baby formula company take advantage of that, and will their stock go? I would think so, but it probably already happened. You know what I mean? Once Abbott, I'm gonna find this. Let me find the. When did this happen? Let me find their stock symbol. What is Abbott's stock symbol? AB. Abbott Laboratories. All right. ABT. Ooh, when did that happen? Every stock is down. When did that outbreak happen with Abbott? Somebody tell me when, almost a month ago. So we're at May, well, we're at May 20th right now. So it looked like April 8th, their stock was at $123, and then it shot down to 105 from April 8th to May 11th. Now it's starting to go back up. Now it's at 113. So it looked like that news probably happened, I don't know, in the April 8th area, or maybe even April 25th. Obviously hurt the stock. So definitely another company should be able to feed off of their miseries. Somebody's got to step in. So, but it's probably too late though right now, because it already happened. You know what I mean? The reaction already happened. You can go to Amazon, scroll down to the bottom of the page, change your country to like Canada, and have formulas shipped right to your door, says Cyber Chaos. Change your country to Canada. But it'll still ship in the US. It'll still ship to, you just change your country, but you still have your address in the US and it'll still ship to you. I wonder how that works. Yeah, always when there's, what they say, when there's blood in the water or blood in the streets, that's the time to make money. That's so true. Like people made money off 9/11. Obviously people made money off COVID. Yeah, definitely. There's always money to be made off a tragedy. Somebody's always making money off tragedies for sure. That's for sure. I mean, in war, gas prices go up, gun prices go up. Those ammunition companies, their stock prices always go up when a war breaks out. What's going on? You know what? You know what's crazy? Is Russia and Ukraine, this is how much I don't even watch the news anymore. Are they still at war? What is going on with that? Like, I don't even know if that's still happening. I know it definitely affect the oil prices for sure. But is that still going on? The war in Ukraine? Vera says, no problem, Jose. It's only the US. Okay. But yeah, is the war still going on, you guys? They're still at war. Wow. I got to catch up. I got to watch some CNBC or what is it? Not CNBC, but what the hell is the news channel that has all the news all the time? I forget. I'm so bad with remembering names. What's the news channel, you guys? CNBC is the financial channel. What's the it's something shit. What's the news channel? CNN, that's what it is. I'm tripping. I got to catch up on CNN and see what's going on. It's so hard to know what to believe and what not to believe. To be honest, it's crazy how grown people that run countries can't work shit out. But then y'all expect us streamers to work shit out with each other. Shit's crazy. Sacktown Bar says, I just need gas prices to go down. Well, I rarely drive, so gas prices don't affect me as far as that part goes. Lavera says, war talk scares me, but I listen to know where and when to run. Where would you run, Lavera, if war broke out here? What would you do? What could you do? AK Willie says, damn, where I wish I'd go to a week without watch news. I would do that when I make money. I don't know if it's about money, but I just haven't been paying attention or watching it. I just got other shit to do, I guess, or sleep. Yeah, I really watched it when it was entertaining when Trump was president, especially with COVID and Trump was president. When he would do his press, when he would do his press briefs, his COVID briefs, that shit was like must see TV. That shit was crazy, especially when he was talking about drinking drinking Clorox or some shit. That was like ridiculously entertaining. I read that gas prices will cost the average American 50% more annually than last year. That's a lot. That's a lot, Candy E. Good thing I don't drive a lot. Yeah, Cyber Chaos Bleach. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And he was serious too. He was like really serious. Can you imagine working for Trump, having to cover up all his bullshit? I plan on living full time on a boat in 10 years, and then I will not give a dang about anything on the news. Yep, I feel you, AK Willie. It's cool when you can wake up. I like waking up. I don't have hardly any texts on my phone. Nothing. It's just, well, what am I going to do today? He said, put UV light inside the lungs. The funny part, he was like serious. He was like dead serious. That's when the news was really good. Yeah. Trump was a mess. But you know what? Someone asked the question today. If Trump was president right now, would gas prices be this high? Would the stock market be down like this? Would there be a war? What do you guys think? That question was asked. If Trump was president, would there be a war in Ukraine? Would the gas prices be this high? And would the stock market be tumbling like it is? What do you guys think? I don't want to get in a political debate. I just want to know what you guys think if Trump was president. No. Is that a no that it would be better or a no that it would be the same? Oh, life would be better with Trump. Okay. Not overall life. I'm just saying gas prices, stock market, war in Ukraine. Would it be better with Trump? Just those aspects, because we know he brings some negative shit to the table too. Gas would be $1.68, markets up, and our 401k growing. Now, I do believe that, Cyber Chaos. I do believe the economy will be better. I believe that personally. I don't think he's going to let the stock market drop and all that shit because he was all about the stock market. Economy going to be screwed for a while, regardless who in office because of all this free COVID money. Yeah, but if he was still in office, would it be like this? Whoever's in it now, yeah, you got to deal with it. But would he have put all that money? Well, he was part of it, wasn't he? He was still president when money was going out, I think. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, damn, I'm way past my time, y'all. I didn't want to go this long. But so, all right, because I want to keep these short where people can go back and look at them and be like, damn, I don't want to look at a whole 2 hours worth. How long I've been on? Damn, hour and 44. Shit. So yeah, we're going to end this right here then. And appreciate you guys coming in and check back. I'm going to start, hopefully I can start putting up a schedule where you guys know where I come on in. Yeah, go check out some, sure some people are in Vegas at the EDC stuff. So anyway, appreciate you guys coming in, hanging in there. And that's the portfolio update for our first week. And yeah. I'll post it in the community section, our portfolio each week, so you can see how it's doing. And maybe some of you guys will say, hey, I'm going to jump in that and follow along. So, all right, I'll see you guys. I don't know. Shit, no one else. We might pop on later on tonight on some slots or something. But not going to promise that because I'm kind of tired right now. But we'll definitely see you tomorrow if we don't see you tonight. And yeah, you guys, I still got to get that hand thing down. I'm trying to do I can't get it's hard for me to put this finger down without this one coming with it when I do my countdown. So I'm gonna get better at that. But anyway, I'm out in 5, 4, 3, 2. See how that finger goes down? 1, and I'm out. See y'all.